Magu Zian Sho. Magu brings immortality, the way of infinite harmony, path of Her Holiness Princess Magu, divinity of Kanna-Bliss. What is the way of infinite harmony? The way of infinite harmony is a Taoist practice based on the immortalization of Her Holiness Princess Magu, goddess or divinity of Kanna-Bliss. We say marijuana. Sending you love and gratitude. Hey chap, sisters and brothers. Welcome to Parnatur Kemet. I am Professor R.T. Bates. Welcome to this introduction to the art of life, or Tao life, the fountain of youth and beauty, science of immortality. And in this video we'll be talking about I-Ching. I know some of you say, because of the way it's spelled, I-Ching. No, it's pronounced I-Ching or Yi-Jing in Chinese, if you're interested in that. Not I-Ching. And the I-Ching is basically, I've been trying to think of the word every time I make these videos, but I got it. Binary code. I-Ching is a binary code of the forces of nature. I mean, come on. Who thinks of coding nature besides the ancient Egyptians? But what makes the binary code special is that anybody can see it. See, when we talk about the, for instance, the Egyptian system, where we're talking about divinities and that they actually nature, people have a hard time because of the pictures. You know, they see these human figures with, you know, a scarab for a head, and it's kind of hard for people to be like, oh, that's some god that you worship. It's not, but we're not going to get into that right now. But this, by encoding all the forces of nature in a binary system, binary meaning like 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 1, you know, these lines are kind of the same thing, like the binary system. And they represent the major forces in nature. So they come up with 64 what they call hexagrams. They start out as trigrams on the different directions, the different forces. So we have the force of heaven, which is expanding and rising. We have the force of earth, which is sinking and contracting. We have the force of fire, which is explosive. We have the force of water, which is flowing. We have the force of mountain, which is sturdy and still. We have the force of lake, which is calm and enjoying. And you have the force of wind, which is moving constantly and changing. And then you have the force of one that I forgot. So there's 8 in all. I forgot, I can't think of the last one. But anyway, what they do is create these 64 hexagrams. I can't see it, so I hope I'm in the camera, but You don't need to see them all. They start out with those 8 first ones that I talked about as trigrams, and then they develop into hexagrams, which means 6 lines. So what happens is there's various ways to use this, and one of them is called divination, not devil worship. Divination means that you use, like in the Bible, they use the Thurim and Urim, you know, the lots, to pick Jesus' robe. They threw lots for different things in the old Hebrew Bible. But y'all don't know about nothing about that, right? Well, this is kind of like the same thing, except the I-Ching don't tell you, oh, you're going to have a wonderful life, or and all that, you know, just general stuff. The I-Ching basically is a way, say if you wanted to get married, you're in love and you want to get married and all that. The I-Ching basically will say, well, it may not be a good time to get married. The energies are not right in nature. Or it might be a great time to get married. Get it and do it now before the next cycle. Things like that. It tells you what energies are in play. Good, neutral, you know, or negative, things of that nature. So I'm going to read an excerpt. This is from my teacher's book. This whole system is from my teachings from Dr. Stephen T. Chang, School of TAO, down in Manhattan some years back while I was still studying. So his book is about this thick. So I put my book down to about that thick, so it makes it really simple. Don't necessarily easy, but it's really simple to learn. So excerpt from the book. The I-Ching is the secret of all success. Okay, I'm done. That's all I have to say. Financial, political, marital, all aspects of life. It reflects the changes that are constantly operating throughout all levels of the universe. The cycles and tides of fortune which we must learn to know and to ride if we are to achieve success. It enables us to understand these mysterious rhythms. Mysterious. My story, mystery. Mysterious rhythms, and to realign our lives so that we can live more in harmony with the laws of nature, in tune, atonement, harmony. These sound like words from the Bible. This is the key to success. Peace, harmony, knowing in advance, oh, let me not do that right now, or let me jump on it right now. Knowing in advance. So, you know, we have a formula that we use. It's called S equals P plus O, which is success is the sum of preparation and opportunity. So again, in our course we go into the basic I-Ching, how to do basic readings and stuff. And then if an initiate of a student wants to get into any of these parts, you know, really, really deeply, he'll have enough to get into it on his own. Once you study the course, you know, the basic of it, you can get into it on your own. It's really difficult, at the very least, to just start out reading without some help from a teacher or guidance from a academy or school. You know, unless you're really, really into it and you really got to study some books. I-Ching gets really deep. So like I said, you can put your whole lifetime of study just in this one thing. And each of the 8 parts of the art of life is the same way. You can put your whole life into any one of the 8 parts. But in this course, I broke them down to their foundation. Each of the 8 parts is broken down to their foundation so that you can learn each one relatively quickly, become a consultant, and get out there, start helping people, start earning money, and live a happy, healthy, and long life. So one more word on the I-Ching. The I-Ching is what our other system again, Tao-nomics, the dad system, divorcing the American dollar. So we have Mom, the Magi order of marijuana and the Magi order of Moors, and we have Dad, divorcing the American dollar. That gets all into the financial system. But again, it's based on the I-Ching. I just didn't make up some stuff out of the top of my head. It's based on everything else, like everything in the system is based on yin and yang, which creates the whole I-Ching. The 5 elements: fire, earth, metal, water, and wood, and the 8 trigrams, or the 8 directions. That's the whole system under those three things. Bam! Simple stuff. Hope to hear from you soon. This has been the I-Ching, introduction to the I-Ching. The last part of the Art of Life, or Tao Life, Consultant Certification course. So as I said, hope to hear from you soon. Head tap. Peace in the mind, peace in the heart. Peace. Hey tap. This is the symbol for hey tap. A diamond stuck in granite. And hey tap means peace in the midst of adversity. Because we're about to come on some trying times. And we're already in some trying times here in America. And the only way to have your powers is through peace. The only way to get through this is through peace. So, peace.